I'm really pleased that Mid-Continent was chosen to be one of the institutions to present this exhibit. You know, I think it's really important that as a public library, this exhibit is presented by a public library because Lincoln loved to read books. He borrowed books from his neighbors and he just loved reading.
Self-taught, borrowing books from farmers whenever and wherever he could throughout his entire life, from Kentucky to Indiana to Illinois. Attention to the news, you might have a little bit of a clue. What year was I born? What year was Abraham Lincoln born? Yes, sir. 1809. And I reckon that's about as good a place as any to begin Lewis on hard. I tell you what, finished their journey to see what there was west of the Mississippi River. In fact, where we are today, the great state of Missouri, it would not exist as a state until 1821. Kentucky was the frontier. It was the edge of civilization as we knew it, and Kentucky itself was not at all civilized. In fact, where is my friend who pointed out that I was assassinated? What's your name, young man? By the committee that was organizing this grand monument and not celebration, that's not the right word, but this grand ceremony to dedicate Gettysburg. It was believed, of course, that the president would be far too busy, particularly in time of war, to attend this ceremony. But Lincoln accepted the invitation because he knew that this ceremony could have an added significance because there would be graves of soldiers from both sides of the battle. And he wanted to be able to use this occasion to speak to where he thought we had grown from as a country and where he thought we would be able to go if and when the fight finally ended. There are a lot of legends about Lincoln's writing the Gettysburg Address. The most famous one is that Lincoln wrote it on the back of an envelope on the train the night before, riding from Washington to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Absolutely untrue. Lincoln crafted that speech for weeks throughout the fall of 1863. He kept paring it down and paring it down. Do you all know what I mean when I say paring it down? He probably had, and this is a guess, a pure guess on my part, he probably had a 4 or 5 page speech when he first wrote it out. He wanted to boil the thing down to its essence. He got rid of all the extraneous and unnecessary words, and the final count, I believe, is 272 words.
Humanities Council is very fortunate to have a developing relationship with this genealogical center, where we are working with you in ways to make this center even more relevant than it already is.